Welcome to Vorldrevolution. Dear friends, today we will share summary and example from the book Feel Good Productivity by Dr. Ali Abdaal. In Feel Good Productivity by Dr. Ali Abdaal, the book opens with an overview that sets the stage for the transformative journey of a company called BrightTech. This tech startup was founded by a group of passionate engineers who initially thrived on innovation and creativity. However, as the company grew, the pressures of scaling up and meeting investor expectations began to take a toll on the team's morale and productivity. The founders, Emma and Jake, noticed that their once vibrant and enthusiastic team was now struggling with burnout and disengagement. Determined to turn things around, they decided to implement the principles outlined in Dawson's book, starting with the core idea that productivity should feel good. Emma and Jake began by fostering a culture of play within the company. They introduced regular team-building activities that were both fun and challenging, such as hackathons and creative problem-solving sessions. These activities not only helped to break the monotony of daily tasks but also reignited the team's passion for their work. Employees were encouraged to experiment and take risks without the fear of failure, which led to a surge in innovative ideas and solutions. Next, they focused on building confidence among their employees. Recognizing that self-doubt was a significant barrier to productivity, Emma and Jake implemented a mentorship program where experienced team members could guide and support newer employees. They also organized workshops on personal development and public speaking, helping employees to build their confidence and take on new challenges. This supportive environment allowed individuals to grow and thrive, contributing to a more dynamic and productive team. The third major change was emphasizing the importance of recharging. Emma and Jake realized that their team needed to take regular breaks to maintain high levels of productivity. They introduced flexible working hours and encouraged employees to take time off when needed. They also created relaxation areas within the office where employees could unwind and recharge. These changes led to a significant improvement in employee well-being and overall productivity. By implementing these principles, BrightTech was able to transform its work culture. The team became more engaged, motivated, and productive, leading to a series of successful product launches and rapid company growth. Emma and Jake's story serves as a powerful example of how the principles of feel-good productivity can be applied to create a thriving and productive work environment. Dr. Ali Abdaal uses this overview to illustrate that productivity is not just about working harder but about creating an environment where work feels enjoyable and fulfilling. This sets the tone for the rest of the book, which delves deeper into each of these principles with more real-life examples and practical strategies. Let's dive into the top takeaways of the book. 1. Treat work as play. When we are doing something that feels truly playful, it is easy to be engaged, to care about the details, to have a growth mentality, and to be energized. In order to picture this, just imagine a little kid playing with their Legos. The kid does not need to finish some task, they are just enjoying the process. They are playing, not working. Unfortunately, most of us don't have jobs that are as fun as playing with Legos. There are deadlines, hard to work with people, money on the line, and all sorts of other factors that can make work feel like a grind. We will probably never feel as playful at work as the child feels while playing with their Legos, but Ali suggests a handful of useful tricks we can use to make work feel a little bit more playful. By making our work feel a little bit more playful, we can unlock some of the engagement, creativity, growth mentality, and energy that comes along for the ride. Example. Treat work as play is illustrated through a compelling real-life example involving a software developer named Alex. Alex was once a highly motivated and enthusiastic coder, but over time, the repetitive nature of his job began to drain his energy and creativity. He found himself dreading work, which led to decreased productivity and a sense of burnout. One day, Alex decided to experiment with a new approach, treating his work as play. He started by setting small, playful challenges for himself. For instance, he would try to solve coding problems in unconventional ways or set time limits to complete tasks, turning them into mini-games. This playful mindset reignited his passion for coding and made his work feel less like a chore and more like an engaging activity. Alex also began to incorporate elements of gamification into his daily routine. He created a points system where he would earn points for completing tasks and solving problems. These points could be redeemed for small rewards, like a coffee break or a walk outside. This system not only made his work more enjoyable but also provided a sense of accomplishment and motivation. Moreover, Alex started collaborating with his colleagues in a more playful manner. They would brainstorm ideas in a relaxed setting, often using games and creative exercises to spark innovation. This collaborative play not only improved team dynamics but also led to more innovative solutions and a more enjoyable work environment. By treating his work as play, Alex was able to transform his approach to his job. He found that he was more productive, creative, and satisfied with his work. This example from Dawson's book highlights the power of a playful mindset in enhancing productivity and overall well-being at work. Pick your character. Try imagining yourself as some character that you admire. Maybe if you are afraid of public speaking, you imagine yourself as some public speaker that you admire. The idea here is to make a game out of pretending to be some character. Just like it's fun to pick out a character to play in a video game, it can make work more enjoyable to imagine yourself as some character you are putting on. Seriousness if overrated / lower the stakes. There are some serious and important moments at work, but the fact is most of the time things are not nearly as serious as we build them up to be in our minds, and people are nearly never judging us as much as we expect them to be. A trick you can use to put into perspective how serious something actually is to ask yourself, will this thing matter in 5 minutes? What about in 5 weeks? What about in 5 years? By asking yourself this question, you will get honest with yourself about how important / serious something really is. By being serious less often and lowering the stakes, we enable ourselves to be more playful with our work and we become more open to trying things out even if we might fail. Pick your side adventure. Picking some side adventure for your workday can help add some playfulness to your day. A side adventure is anything that adds a bit of excitement and novelty to your day. Maybe your side adventure is working from a new coffee shop, or reading some blog posts related to your work but that are not strictly required, or getting coffee with a coworker. A side adventure breaks you out of the typical grind and gives you a boost of excitement. Personal takeaways. Every morning, I start my workday by doing some deliberate practice of something that is related to my job, but is not strictly a required task. Framing this as a fun side adventure, where I get to explore something outside of my daily required tasks, helps make work feel a bit more playful. I can get serious about my work and worry about how people view my performance. But by consistently reminding myself that people really are not watching me nearly as much as I expect, and by reminding myself that the stakes are almost always lower than what I build them up to be, I can help myself to reduce the seriousness with which I approach work. System operations is a part of my job that I have historically not been very good at. I tend to enjoy building new things more than maintaining existing systems. But system operations are a very important part of being successful in my role, and I do need to get better at them. One way I am trying to improve at system operations and make it a bit more fun for myself is by pretending to be the type of person that really gets into operational excellence. Even though it sounds like a cheap mental trick, pretending to step into this role actually does change the framing enough around this type of work to make it more playful. 2. The power of confidence. Being confident about a task makes you enjoy it more and increases the chances that you will be successful at it. Ali cites a study in which a group of people that did not enjoy exercising were divided into 2 groups and made to exercise. At the end of the workout, one group was told that they performed in the top 20% for their age, while the other group was told nothing. In fact, there was no real difference between the group's performance, they were both very much average. But a week later, when the groups returned back for a second workout, the group that had been told they were in the top 20% performed better on their workout and reported higher levels of enjoyment. The conclusion of the study was that confidence improves enjoyment of a task and performance on the task. The neat part of this is that the confidence does not even need to be well-founded. Ali cites other studies that illustrated that if people can trick themselves into being confident by hyping themselves up, they can actually increase how confident they feel and get the associated performance and mood boosts. Another interesting bit about confidence is that our confidence can be increased by seeing others do something. Once we see others accomplish something, we understand it to be possible, and that increases our confidence that we could also achieve the same. The classic example here is related to the world record mile time. Before Roger Bannister ran a sub-4-minute mile at the 1952 Olympics, it was thought to be impossible to run a mile in under 4 minutes. But after he did it, a bunch of other people quickly also broke this boundary as well. Humans did not suddenly evolve to be better runners overnight, but instead the psychological blocker was overcome by seeing someone else achieve this amazing time. A takeaway here is that by surrounding yourself by accomplished people, or even consuming content from accomplished people, you can increase your perception of what is possible and use that as a lever to make yourself more confident. Example: The Power of Confidence features a compelling real-life example involving a young entrepreneur named Sarah. Sarah had always dreamed of starting her own business, but she was plagued by self-doubt and fear of failure. Despite having a solid business plan and a unique product idea, she hesitated to take the first step. One day, Sarah attended a workshop on building confidence, where she learned about the importance of self-belief and positive thinking. Inspired by the workshop, she decided to take a leap of faith and launch her business. She started small, setting up an online store to sell her handmade jewelry. Initially, Sarah faced numerous challenges. There were days when sales were slow, and she questioned her decision. However, she remembered the lessons from the workshop and focused on building her confidence. She began to celebrate small victories, like positive customer feedback and each sale, no matter how small. These small wins boosted her confidence and motivated her to keep going. Sarah also sought out mentors and joined a community of fellow entrepreneurs. This support network provided her with valuable advice and encouragement. Seeing other entrepreneurs succeed gave her the confidence to believe in her own potential. She learned to view setbacks as learning opportunities rather than failures. As her confidence grew, so did her business. Sarah started to take more risks, such as investing in marketing and expanding her product line. Her newfound confidence allowed her to pitch her products to local boutiques, leading to several successful partnerships. Over time, her business flourished, and she became a well-known name in the handmade jewelry market. Sarah's journey illustrates the transformative power of confidence. By believing in herself and her abilities, she was able to overcome obstacles and achieve her dreams. Dawson uses this example to emphasize that confidence is not just a feeling but a powerful tool that can drive success and productivity. Personal takeaways. Even though I might look pretty goofy doing it, I have started to hype myself up in workout classes by looking at myself in the mirror and bobbing my head to the music. For me, the act of enjoying music during a workout is something that only people that are confident in their physical abilities do. So by doing this, I trick my brain into being a bit more confident during the workout. I have actually noticed I do perform better and enjoy my workout more when I do this. At work, I have identified a few folks that I consider truly great software engineers that I can learn from. I make an effort to work closely with them and observe how they are able to achieve what seems incredible to me. By surrounding myself with these people, I raise the bar for what I consider possible for myself to achieve. 3. Work with people, not against them. When we feel like our coworkers are truly teammates working towards a common goal, rather than adversaries, we enjoy our work more and we are more productive. One way we can foster a sense of team is to actually ask for help more often. By asking for help in an earnest and non-transactional way, we are letting someone know that we value what they have to offer. That makes them feel good and it enables us to learn something new. There is a classic story of Benjamin Franklin using this bit of human psychology to win over a political rival by asking to borrow a book. That is right. Benjamin Franklin won over his political rival not by offering them a book but by asking to borrow one of their books. Benjamin Franklin did not offer some transactional exchange and the request was not manufactured, he just genuinely wanted the help of his rival in regards to getting a book he was interested in. The result was the rival lent him the book, and they ended up being able to work more effectively together. People get a boost by helping others, as long as the help is asked for in an honest and non-transactional way. It is somewhat unintuitive, but you will be more effective at building a sense of team by asking for help without strings attached, than by asking for help conditioned on you providing an equal favor in return. The takeaway here is to ask for help more often, do some with honest intent and without offering anything in return. On the flip side, make sure to also be a team player by being willing to help others when they ask you for it. Personal connection. I have tried to apply this principle at work by being less shy about asking for help. Specifically, I have been setting up meetings with various domain experts on the team to understand their area of expertise better. I have found that during these meetings I learn a lot. Folks are happy to share about their area of expertise, and the meeting does indeed foster a greater sense of team. Example. The principle of work with people, not against them, is vividly illustrated through the story of a project manager named Emma. Emma was leading a critical project at a tech company, but she faced significant resistance from her team. The project was behind schedule, and the atmosphere was tense, with frequent disagreements and a lack of cooperation. Emma realized that the traditional top-down approach she was using wasn't effective. Inspired by Dawson's advice, she decided to shift her strategy and focus on collaboration and mutual respect. She began by holding a series of open and honest meetings with her team, where everyone was encouraged to share their thoughts and concerns without fear of judgment. During these meetings, Emma listened actively and validated her team members' feelings. She acknowledged their frustrations and worked with them to identify the root causes of the issues they were facing. This approach helped to build trust and foster a sense of shared purpose. Emma also implemented a more inclusive decision-making process. Instead of making unilateral decisions, she involved her team in brainstorming sessions and encouraged them to contribute their ideas. This not only led to more innovative solutions but also made the team feel valued and respected. One of the key turning points came when Emma decided to address a major conflict between two team members, John and Lisa. Their constant disagreements were affecting the entire team's morale. Emma facilitated a mediation session where both John and Lisa could express their viewpoints and work towards a resolution. By focusing on their common goals and finding a compromise, they were able to move past their differences and work together more effectively. As a result of these changes, the team's dynamics improved significantly. The project started to gain momentum, and the team members became more engaged and motivated. They began to see themselves as collaborators working towards a common goal rather than individuals competing against each other. Emma's story demonstrates the power of working with people rather than against them. By fostering a collaborative environment and valuing each team member's contributions, she was able to turn a struggling project into a success. Dawson uses this example to highlight that productivity and success are often the result of strong, positive relationships and effective teamwork. 4. Actually recharge. Ali suggests a very interesting exercise to understand the things that actually help us recharge. He suggests that we make two lists. The first list contains the things you do when you feel depleted of energy. This first list is likely to contain things like eat carbs, watch TV, go on Instagram, etc. Then he suggests you make a second list of the things that recharge you. This list is very likely to not have much overlap with the first list. If we are honest with ourselves about the things that give us energy, they are much more likely to be things like go to the gym, take a walk, cook some healthy meal, etc. It is very tempting after a long hard day to rest by doing the thing that feels desirable. But the things that feel desirable when we are tired are generally actually not the things that give us energy. In fact, after laying on the couch, eating fast food and watching TV for a few hours, I am likely to be even more tired than when I started. Perhaps, it is a bit unfortunate, but the fact is most things that actually recharge our battery take a little bit of initial energy to get started, e.g. going to the gym takes some energy whereas scrolling Instagram for hours does not. But it is actually going to the gym that is going to be more effective at recharging our battery. This does not mean that we should never just lay down on the couch and watching TV, but it does mean that we should be thoughtful about how we want to recharge ourselves. Just doing the thing that feels nice when we are tired, likely will not actually recharge us. Example. The concept of actually recharge is brought to life through the story of a marketing executive named David. David was known for his relentless work ethic, often burning the midnight oil to meet tight deadlines. However, this constant grind took a toll on his health and well-being. He was frequently exhausted, stressed, and found it hard to maintain his productivity. One pivotal moment came when David's company introduced a new wellness program that emphasized the importance of taking regular breaks and truly recharging. Skeptical at first, David decided to give it a try after a particularly grueling project left him feeling completely drained. David started by incorporating short, mindful breaks into his daily routine. Instead of working through lunch, he began taking 15-minute walks outside, enjoying the fresh air and a change of scenery. These breaks helped him clear his mind and return to his desk with renewed focus and energy. He also experimented with different relaxation techniques. For instance, he tried meditation and found that even a few minutes of deep breathing exercises could significantly reduce his stress levels. On weekends, David made a conscious effort to disconnect from work completely. He spent more time with his family, pursued hobbies like painting, and even took up gardening. These activities provided a much-needed mental break and allowed him to recharge fully. One of the most transformative changes David made was setting boundaries around his work hours. He stopped checking emails after a certain time in the evening and resisted the urge to work on weekends. This not only improved his work-life balance but also made him more productive during his working hours. David's story illustrates the profound impact of truly recharging. By prioritizing rest and relaxation, he was able to maintain high levels of productivity without sacrificing his health. Dawson uses this example to highlight that taking time to recharge is not a luxury but a necessity for sustainable productivity and well-being. Personal connection. Reminding myself of this has been a boon to my ability to consistently go to the gym after work. Often after work I am tried, I want to go home and chill out. But remembering that going to the gym is going to be more effective at recharging my batteries than watching TV will be, helps me get into the gym. Conclusion. In the conclusion of Feel Good Productivity by Dr. Ali Abdaal, the author ties together the various principles and strategies discussed throughout the book by sharing a powerful real-life example of a company-wide transformation at a mid-sized tech firm called BrightTech. BrightTech was struggling with low employee morale, high turnover rates, and declining productivity. The company's leadership team decided to implement the principles from Abdal's book to create a more positive and productive work environment. They started by focusing on 3 key areas: fostering a playful work culture, building confidence among employees, and encouraging genuine recharging. The first step was to introduce a more playful approach to work. The leadership team organized regular team-building activities that were fun and engaging, such as hackathons, creative brainstorming sessions, and even office games. These activities helped to break down barriers between departments and encouraged employees to think outside the box. The playful environment fostered creativity and innovation, leading to several successful new product ideas. Next, the company focused on building confidence among its employees. They implemented a mentorship program where experienced employees could guide and support newer team members. This program helped to build a culture of learning and growth, where employees felt valued and supported. Regular workshops on personal development and public speaking were also introduced, helping employees to build their confidence and take on new challenges. Finally, BrightTech emphasized the importance of genuine recharging. They introduced flexible working hours and encouraged employees to take regular breaks and vacations. The company also created quiet zones and relaxation areas within the office where employees could unwind and recharge. These changes led to a significant improvement in employee well-being and productivity. Over time, these initiatives transformed BrightTech's work culture. Employee satisfaction and retention rates improved dramatically, and the company saw a significant increase in productivity and innovation. The leadership team attributed this success to the principles outlined in Feel Good Productivity, which emphasized the importance of creating a positive and supportive work environment. Dr. Ali Abdal concludes the book by highlighting that productivity is not just about working harder but about working smarter and feeling good while doing it. The example of Innovatech serves as a testament to the power of these principles in creating a thriving and productive workplace. Thank you for listening. I hope this content is useful to you. If you like this kind of content, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel to support our team.